Notice how a droopy upper eyelid can visually add years, make the gaze look tired and less fresh. And many people believe there's nothing they can do about it. If it appeared, only blepharoplasty and surgeons can help. But in this video, I'm going to explain the main reasons why the upper eyelid starts to droop and show you exercises that can help improve it. Before we begin, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. It really helps my videos reach more people on YouTube, and I can continue creating valuable content for you. Let's start with the most important thing, improving lymphatic drainage. With a droopy eyelid, a little puffy ridge often forms here, a pocket where fluid collects. Interestingly, fluid retention in the upper eyelid can occur due to overstrain of the extraocular muscles, the ones that move the eyeball inside the orbit. When we spend long hours focusing on a screen or reading up close, these muscles become overworked. The tension inside the orbit affects circulation and lymphatic flow, causing fluid to accumulate in the upper eyelid area. So we'll begin by releasing this internal tension and helping the fluid drain properly. Draw a large diameter circle with your index finger and follow it with your eyes, first in one direction, then in the other. Why draw the circle? It's not mandatory, but when you track your finger, your eyes move more smoothly. If you do the same without your hand, you may notice that your eyes move in jerky charms. It's important to understand that for some people, a droopy upper eyelid is something they have from childhood. Just like me, my upper eyelid has always been a bit heavy, and for a long time I couldn't understand why my mom's eyeliner and eyeshadows would last all day, while mine would crease after just a couple of hours and the liner would print under the brow. I used to think I just didn't know how to apply makeup, but in reality it's simply an anatomical feature of the eyelid. But even with this kind of genetic feature, you can still improve the situation. When we start working on the face and reducing fluid stagnation in the tissues, the eyes begin to open up more, and the upper eyelid becomes lighter. Yes, every eyelid type has its limits, but in most cases, you can definitely make the gaze look more open and more alive. This exercise is also better with a moving hand, but you can do it without for variety. Try to keep your gaze moving smoothly, without jerks. Make sure your neck doesn't tense up and your head doesn't push forward. Relax. No excessive effort is needed here. Using your thumbs and index fingers, gently pinch and roll your eyebrows from the bridge of the nose outward toward the temples. Keep your posture upright and head neutral. Pressure should be soft and caring. Don't pull the skin or move too fast. Pressure should be firm but gentle. Earlier, I mentioned that a droopy eyelid can simply be an anatomical feature, but sometimes it's different. In youth, the eyes were open and lifted, and with age, the upper eyelids start to droop and the gaze becomes heavier. In this case, it's even more important to work on this area, because in many situations, you can bring back a more open-looking eye shape with regular practice. Place fingers under your hair, attach them to the scalp and shift the scalp over the skull. Cover the whole head from nape to forehead. Spend extra time on tight areas. Lower your shoulders and keep your head in the correct position. Why does this matter for a droopy upper eyelid? The connective tissue on the scalp is directly connected to the forehead and the eyebrow area. When the aponeurosis becomes tight, from stress, facial tension, or even sleeping positions, it creates downward pressure on the forehead. And when the forehead is pulled down, the eyebrow drops as well, which makes the upper eyelid look more hooded. By gently massaging and mobilizing the scalp, we release this tension and allow the forehead to lift naturally. Now let's move on to the second cause, a spasm of the orbicularis oculi muscle. This muscle surrounds the eye like a ring. When we squint or squeeze our eyes tightly, it contracts. And if this tension becomes constant, the muscle pulls the eyebrow downward, making the upper eyelid look heavier. Whether we squint at screens, concentrate intensely, or experience stress and negative emotions, All of this increases tension around the eyes. So the next step is to relax the orbicularis oculi muscle. Let's move on to the exercises that help release it. Place the base of your palms on your temples. Gently pull the skin toward the top of your head and slowly open and close your mouth. When opening, direct your gaze downward. Don't open your mouth too wide. 80% is enough. Avoid clicks or pain in the jaw joints. Keep your head upright, sit tall. The orbicularis oculi muscle works closely with the temporal and chewing muscles. When the masseter and temporalis are tight, they pull the facial tissues downward, including the eyebrow. By slightly lifting the skin and moving the jaw, we release tension around the eye area, reduce pressure on the orbital rim, improve fluid drainage from the eyelid. Allow the brow to move upward more freely. With one hand, gently lift your brow. Use a finger of the other hand to massage points along the orbital bone with tiny movements. Avoid the eyeball. You may not feel anything while performing this massage, but once you work the muscle both from above and below, which is our next exercise, you will feel a lightness in your eyes. This exercise is one of the most effective techniques. This is where the upper portion of the orbicularis oculi muscle attaches to the bone. When we apply soft pressure here, we help release excessive tension in the muscle fibers and fascia around the eye. What does this do? The muscle stops pulling the eyebrow downward, circulation improves, and fluid drainage increases. The eyelid looks lighter and less hooded. The eyes appear more open. Place one hand on your temple, gently lift the skin toward the crown of your head. Look slightly upward. With the other hand, massage the lower part of the orbital bone with soft, small movements. Avoid pulling delicate under-eye skin. Our goal here is to relax the entire muscle, not just one part of it. I absolutely love this massage. I've had poor eyesight since childhood, so I always overwork these muscles, and after this massage I feel like my eyes literally start to fill with air. It's such a relief. Make sure you try this exercise. You're going to love how it feels, trust me. And let me know in the comments, did you manage to relax your eyes? Now we are moving on to the final step, strengthening the muscle. We relax the area first because the orbicularis oculi was too tight and pulling the eyelid downward. But once the tension is released, the muscle still needs healthy support and tone. If it's weak, it can't hold the tissues up, and the eyelid may start drooping again. So the last step is to strengthen the muscle in the right way, helping the eyelid stay lifted and the eyes look more open. Place the base of your palms just under your eyebrows and slightly lift. Look down, then close your eyes, pressing the upper eyelid firmly down onto the lower lid. Keep good posture and relaxed shoulders. Look downward and again close your eyes, pressing the upper eyelid gently onto the lower one in a dynamic rhythm. It tones the circular eye muscle, reduces sagging of the upper eyelid, and supports a more open, lifted eye look. Use knuckles to massage from brows to hairline. Keep back of head relaxed. This increases blood flow and releases tension. Softens forehead lines that can make the eye area look more aged. This is our final exercise for today. I hope you could feel that results are real. Even a short routine can make your eyes feel lighter and more open, and the more consistently we train, the better and more long-lasting the improvement becomes. Let me know in the comments how your eye area feels after this mini workout. I love reading your feedback. And don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps me create more helpful content for you. And one more reminder, the face works as a whole system. If there is tension in the neck or poor fluid drainage, a droopy eyelid will only become more noticeable. That's why we need to train the entire face and the neck together. I already have full routines on my channel. Head over to my channel, choose any workout that you like, and let's keep training together. See you in the next session.